Tam O'Shanter by Robert Burns. When chapmen billies lay the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tak the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting fou and unca happy, we think now on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles, that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fond honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae air aye night did canter, all there from near a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses. O Tam, hast thou been but sae wise as taken thy ain wife Kate's advice? She told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken bellum, that frae November till October, aye market day thou wasna sober, that ilka meddler with the miller, thou sat as lang as thou had siller, that every nag was card a shoe on, the smith and thee gat roaring fou on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank with Captain Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in the Doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the mirk by Alloway's all-haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet to think how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises. But to our tale. Aye market night, Tam had got planted, unco right, fast by an ingle bleezing finely, wi' Raymond swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow Suitor Johnny, his ancient trusted ruthy crony. Tam lo'ed him like a very brother. They'd been fou for weeks together. A night drave on wi' sangs and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, wi' favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didna mind the storm a hustle. Care mad to see a man sae happy, e'en drowned himself amang the nappy. As bees flee hame wi' loads of treasure, the minutes winged their way wi' pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppy spread, you seize a flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snowfalls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever, or like the borealis race, that flit ere you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, evanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam maun ride, that hour o' night's black arch the keystane, the dreary hour he mounts his beast in, and sic a night he taks the road in, and ne'er poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twad blaw on its last, the rattling showers rose on the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand, the deil had business on his hand. We'll mount here on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg. Tam scalpit on through drub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scotch sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirkalloway was drawing nigh, where ghosts and hoolits nightly cry. By this time we was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman smoored, and past the birks and mickle stain, where drunken Charlie brak's neck bane, and through the whins and by the cairn, where hunters fanned the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mither hanged hersel. Before him Doon pours all his floods, the Dublin storm rose through the woods, the lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll. When glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a bleeze, through ilka bore the beams were glancing, in loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn, we tipney, we fear nae evil, we usquevae, we face the devil. The swat sae reimed in Tammy's noddle, fair play he carna deals a bodle, but Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and vow Tam saw an unco sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotillion Brent knew fae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reel, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat Auld Nick in shape o' beast, and Towsy Tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screed the pipes and gart them skirl, till roof and rafters did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses, that shawed the dead in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in its cold hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang, wee and crescent bairns, a thief, new cutted fair ape, wi' his last gasp his gab did gape, 5 tomahawks wi' blood red rusted, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a feyther's throat had mangled, whom his ain son o' life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft. Wi' mair, o horrible and awfu', which e'en to name would be unlawfu', 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, while eyes seemed like a beggar's clout, 3-piece hearts rotten black as muck, lay stinking vile in every nook. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious, the piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew, they reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleekit, till ilka carlin swat and reekit, and kissed her duddies to the wark and linkit at her in her sark. Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks instead of creasy flannin, been snow-white 1700 linen, the breeks o' mine, o' my only pair, that yens were plush, o' gid blue hair, I would ha' gi'en them aft my hearties, for I blink o' they bonny birdies. But whether bedlams auld and droll, brig woody hags wad speen a foal, louping and flinging on a crummock, I wonder didna turn my stomach. But Tam kenned what was what, fu brawly. There was a winsome wench in Whalley, that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For money a beast to dead she shot, and perished money a bonny boat, and shoot baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark o' paisley harn, that while a lassie she had worn, in longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. Ah, little kenned thy reverend granny, that sark she coft at her wee Nanny. Wi' 12 pund Scots 'twas all her riches, whatever graced a dance of witches. But here my muse, her wing maun cour, sic flights are far beyond her power. To sing how Nanny lap and flang, a super jade she was, and strang, and how Tam stood like one bewitched, and thought his very een enriched, even Satan glowered and fidged fu fain, and hotched and blew wi' micht and main, till first I caper sign another, Tam tint his reason a'thegither, and roars out, "Well done, cutty sark!" and in an instant all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied. As bees buzz out wi' angry fyke, when plundering herds assail their bike, as open puss's mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs, the witches follow, wi' mony an eldritch screech and hollow. Ah Tam, they'll get thy faring, in hell they'll roast ye like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and when the keystane o' the brig, there at them thou tail may toss, a running stream they darena cross, but ere the keystane she could make, thy fiend a tail she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wished she's Maggie's mettle. I spring brought off her master hale, but left behind her ain grey tail. The carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now wha this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son, take heed, whene'er to drink you are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind. Think, ye may buy joys our dear, remember Tam O'Shanter's mare. The end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and press the wee bell notification. And a huge big thank you to all my subscribers and patrons. See you next week. Bye bye.